guys, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect, plant-based weight loss, and today is Tuesday, and that makes it Tips and Tricks Tuesday. And so today I want to talk to you about eliminating oil from your diet. You might be thinking, but I've heard oil is good for you. I heard coconut oil is great for you. And olive oil isn't the Mediterranean diet the healthiest diet, and they use lots of olive oil. Well, I have to tell you that all of the doctors that I respect say no oil, not a drop, none at all. And there's also reasons besides health reasons that these doctors are telling us about, and I'm going to talk more about in 1 second. But also, oil is not favorable for weight loss. Oil has more calories than ice cream, has more calories per pound than chocolate, has more calories per pound than a pizza or a cheeseburger or any of the things that we think of as being very caloric. It's crazy. It has over 4,000 calories a pound, which makes it even one tiny tablespoon. This much oil has as many calories. It has 120 calories, so that's like 2 big oranges or a whole huge bowl of broccoli. It's not favorable for weight loss, and you don't need it. Okay, let's talk about the health aspects. I want to quote someone who's my hero, Dr. Caldwell B. Esselstyn. He appeared in the movie Forks Over Knives, and he's also the cardiologist that worked with Bill Clinton when he was having heart disease symptoms and helped him to go vegan. And so Dr. Esselstyn is very renowned, but this is why I respect Dr. Esselstyn. Most cardiologists, when you get heart disease, and half the people, 1 out of 2 people get heart disease, they see heart disease now in, 1 out of 2 people dies of it. Almost everybody has it. They're finding it in kids as young as 8. In Vietnam, when they did autopsies on these young soldiers, 18 years old, they already had the beginnings of arterial sclerosis or toxic plaques lining the arteries, okay? So what most cardiologists do for that is they crack open your chest, they take a vein out of your leg, out of your groin and your leg, and they make a bypass, almost like plumbing. They make another way for the blood to flow around the clogged artery. And sometimes people will have triple bypass where they have to do 3 veins or they have to do 4 veins. There's quadruple bypasses. And so this is very serious. That operation can cost $70,000. Even if you have insurance, your deductible on that would be insane. It can mean that you have to be in the hospital for a long time. It can mean that you have to go to a rehab facility. You'll always be weaker than you were before. And so we need to take this really seriously. Almost all of us know someone who has passed from heart disease. This disease is stealing our families. It's stealing our grandmas, stealing our money. It's stealing our joy and our energy. So we have to take it really seriously. And so what I love about Dr. Esselstyn is that he does not treat heart disease that way. How he treats it with diet. And he actually took a whole cohort of people who had all kinds of heart surgeries and it was failing and they were all just sent home to die. And he helped them to not only still live but reverse their heart disease. He and Dr. Dean Ornish have both proven that you can reverse heart disease. They used to think that it wasn't reversible, that once you had it, you're just doomed and you're going to die. But so many things that we thought were irreversible are fixable, like diabetes and now heart disease and now cancer. So, okay, I hope that you will check him out. He has a great video called No Oil, Not a Drop, Not a Bit, because what it does is it hurts your endothelial cells, which are the little uh, hairs and things that line your insides of your arteries, and oil damages them. And oil also makes your blood thicker, so it's harder for your body to pump and your heart to pump, and it makes your heart work too hard. And it has a lot of calories, and let's face it, it's not yummy. We're not talking a glazed donut here. Although that has a lot of oil, we're talking something that doesn't even taste good. So let's get rid of it, okay? And read this book. This is a great book. All right. So how do you get rid of oil on a practical level? Well, one of my tips today is about silicone bakeware. And you can see behind me, I have a ton of it. So let me show you some of the cool ones. I have a cake pan. I have a couple of these bundt pans. Now, I use the bundt pans not only for baking, but also when I go to a potluck or I go to a fancy event, I will put I think I use this one especially, I will put my lentil loaf, or, some kind, yeah, usually lentil loaf, in one of these, and it is great because it looks very fancy. And I didn't have to do anything different. It didn't take any extra effort to make it look kind of special, right? And you know how it has a hole in the middle, then you could put, like sometimes I'll put something decorative in the middle and make it look more fancy. Okay, and then I have these loaf pans. I also use these for things like lentil loaf or casseroles, things like that, stacks. You can make lasagna in these with zucchini noodles. All right, that's one of the things I like to do. This one is fun. I know some of you guys are like this. How about waffles? You can make waffles or potato waffles and bake them in the oven. I have two of those because I love that. This is a tart pan. I also use this for berry crumbles, those delicious desserts. Okay, I probably have too much of this stuff. Two more cake pans. But hey, you can make ice cream cakes. You can make all kinds of stuff. Here's a round cake pan. One of the things I like about this silicone bakeware is it often has a hole in it so you can hang it up. And that's another thing. Check this out. Your storage problems, if you don't have much room in your kitchen, check it out. And it's totally fine. Bounces right back. It also cleans up super easy. Yeah, they're awesome, you guys. And they're cheap. Get it on eBay or get it on Amazon. These are probably the two that I use the very most, which is the muffin tin and then the mini muffin tin, okay? And so even though these are for muffins, you can also use them to make bites, one serving portions of other kinds of foods. I have one that's an even bigger muffin cup, but I think it's in the fridge right now because I use it to portion out delicious things that I like lentil loaf or even my chili and stuff like that. I want to kind of make portions, so it helps mini quiches. That's a great idea. Okay, the one I use the very most is, and it looks gross, you guys, because I use it every day, is the baking mat. These are there's a brand called Silpat, but you can use any silicone baking mat. And then I'm showing you a cookie sheet because this is my only metal thing I have, and it's really important that you support these. You put it on top so that, because these are kind of flimsy and it would spill when you're trying to take it out of the oven. All right, so that's gonna, if you use that silicone bakeware, you're gonna completely eliminate the need for oil and nothing's gonna stick. And if it does stick, it's, usually you just need to bake it a little tiny bit longer or something like that. So another tip and trick I'm going to talk about is how to water saute and how to water saute onions so they get all caramely and delicious. You don't have to use oil. You don't have to use oil. Eliminate the oil, eliminate all those calories, eliminate that damage to your heart. Take care of your heart. It's, being plant-based is already going to be so much better for your heart. We got to eliminate the animal foods. They do nothing but clog our arteries. And I do have coconut oil, and I know you're surprised, but hang on. This does not get cooked with. This does not go in my coffee. There is no such thing as bulletproof coffee. It does not keep you from getting hungry later in the day. What this is good for, I use this every day. This is what this is good for. This is organic expeller cold pressed olive coconut oil. Okay, this is saturated fat. It has 120 calories in just a tablespoon. It will clog your arteries. It is not good for you. Don't eat it. Never eat it. Use it on your skin. It's a nice organic skincare. But I use this after the shower. And sometimes I use it on my hair. But I would never eat it. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Get yourself some cheap, so inexpensive. You can get a whole set of this stuff for like $20. And it stores great, and it'll eliminate your need to use oil. So that's my tip for Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.